It's that time, everybody, as we're getting ready for another rip-roaring adventure here in the Chicago Bears franchise. As the Bears are in the divisional round now, and today we're going to be hosting the 9-8 Atlanta Falcons. As the Falcons, of course, finished second in their division there in the NFC South this season, and actually were on paper a little bit better than the Saints, even though the Saints finished first and of course was eliminated in the last round. Today the Falcons are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive as they head here into the snowy Chicago south side here and getting ready for a game to of course see if they can get their ticket punched to go to the next round, the NFC Championship game. Of course, the Bears have had a very exciting and very lively season, and of course everyone here is pretty much hoping for this team to go on to the next round to either face the 49ers or the Los Angeles Rams. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Chicago Bears franchise here on ESGNet, and today we are taking on those Falcons, like I said, who are 9-8. And of course, we have to worry about Divisional Robinson, who is their superstar there in the backfield. And to take a look at some of his core numbers, he's in the top 10 when it comes to halfbacks in that position here in the league. And of course, we're going to have to watch and see how we can try to stop him, as he's going to be trying to run on the outside there. And of course, we got some pretty talented edge rushers as well as linebackers that can do the job. That's been pretty much the thing that we've been doing all season long, really. We shouldn't have too many issues here, but of course weather will be a factor as it is snowing, and of course we're looking at the radar right now and seeing that there is still a good the forecast at least shows that there's going to be some good snowfall coming into the inner city of Chicago for today's game. Kirk Cousins, of course, their quarterback, and he hasn't been really their quarterback for the most of the season, as they have a rookie quarterback who've been playing, but he is out because of injury. But of course, Kirk Cousins has experience in the playoffs, and we'll have to try to see if we can manage him and, of course, keep him in check. As you see that he has not played since, has played since week 6. First 4, or at least the first 5 weeks, he was sitting on the bench, and of course the rookie that they drafted about a year or so ago, of course, Michael Penix, no longer a rookie now, but is pretty much hurt because of a broken hand. He'll be out for the next 4 weeks, so if he, of course, don't win this one here, he'll be he's pretty much done for the season. 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, over 2,000 yards from Michael Penix Jr., a young man from the great state of Washington. There played for the Huskies, and of course there you see his numbers so far this season as well. And of course, having a really good season down there in Atlanta, really getting that franchise turned around. And of course, with help from a veteran player like Kirk Cousins, he's learning a lot. And looks like things are going on down there pretty well for both men and for that organization. Kyle Pitts, of course, is going to be a huge target there for Cousins, as these two have worked with each other before. And of course, Kyle Pitts could be a dangerous threat there in the red zone. Of course, 6'6", 246 pounds. You can't really miss him when you're throwing the ball. And of course, he's going to be a huge asset for them, like I said, when they get in the red zone. Of course, defensively here, they got a couple of good defensive edge rushers here. Of course, we're going to have to try to run the ball on the outside as well. And of course, our season has been, kind of, had a bit of a roller coaster, even though we've been winning games. A lot of guys have been stepping up, especially our two halfbacks, Johnson and Homer. And of course, they'll be utilized here today in the running game, as we're being asked to run on the outside once again, like we have been in the last couple of weeks, which has been pretty much top notch and pretty much key to a lot of our wins. And of course, you see Jesse Bates, he's on the outside. He's a free safety out there, and of course we have to watch out for him in the passing game and make sure we do not throw his direction. Of course, Terrell Jr., AJ Terrell Jr. there, he is ranked 5th as corner, so he is definitely going to be one of those dangerous corners there. He has 5 interceptions, he has 40 tackles and 2 TFLs, and of course he'll be matched up very well against today. I think it might be a tough day here throwing to Dunze and or he'll be my matchup too with DJ Moore. Either way, it's going to be a tough matchup there, and we're of course going to have to figure out ways there. And of course, our secret weapon, if you remember, a couple episodes ago, or at least going into the playoffs here, is going to be Elijah Moore, who has been playing pretty decent for the last couple of weeks now here, and we're hoping that he will have a kind of a really big game for us and really show up and show out here when it comes to the passing game. And of course, we'll try to get the ball to him as much as we possibly can. As we see Michael Pettick's numbers there, and of course, he is not starting in the game. I don't know why they're showing him, but nonetheless, Kirk Cousins will be the starter here today. And see there, he's under center. So 1st and 10 here coming up here. The ball on the 27-yard line here for the Atlanta Falcons, as they'll run this one with Robinson, and Robinson will escape there with a nice gain of 8 yards there, getting him there to the 35-yard line. So like I said, it is a cold and snowy day. Of course, it's not coming down so hard here today, but in this game. But I'm told that it will be coming down quite a bit throughout the rest of the game. And we see a nice stop there from the defense as Brister makes a nice play there on Pitts and is able to bat that ball away. And of course, our guy here who's looking to be that the player of the year, the MVP, that is Caleb Williams. Of course, last year had a great season. First year got us to the Super Bowl, and of course, since then he has not really had a really bad game for the most part, as he's been passing very well here, and he's only thrown 3 interceptions this season, over 50 touchdowns. And of course, we're trying to see if he can continue this run that he's been on here in the playoffs, as we'll see Johnson runs on this ball on the outside. And surprisingly enough, you would think after last year, the running game was really important for us to move the football, and Williams really needed that take that time and learn the game and get that pressure off of him. But so far, he's been doing a great job here, stepping up to the plate, taking the pressure, and really with his passing here that we see here, great pass there to DJ Moore. He's been very responding to the situation that we're in right now with not having Swift in the backfield. But Johnson and Homer are really doing a good job here of helping him out. Even though they're not really expected to do too much here, they're doing an excellent job of really running the ball here very well, and when they're called up to do something here, they do a great job of it. As you see, Johnson there gets another carry for this time another first down here for the Bears, as the Bears moving along here, try and get this opening drive here on the right foot and try to score at least some points here. Ball's on the 40-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons, as we'll see Homer runs this one here. Of course, last time, I think we played the Falcons last season, and we did a pretty good number on Kirk Cousins and their defense. So we'll try to see if we can do that again. Williams now gets hands off to Homer this time. Homer finds a big gap there, and he's going to get all the way down there to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, as we see a Bear lineman coming off the field. Of course, McGovern's out of the game here today. He'll be sitting out. He'll be out for at least another week or two. So we are bringing in some backups here as well in the offensive line, and we'll see if that'll be a change into our game plan here. Which so far they move the ball pretty well here, so everything's working pretty good. As you see another first down here. Now ball on the 1-yard line here for the Bears. As the Bears here trying to see if they can punch this one in here. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson finds a gap, gets his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown for Chicago. As that is Johnson on the field here. His first rushing touchdown in the postseason. And that's a good, nice run there for him. As Johnson, like I said, has found the end zone many times this season. He has done a great job. Like I said, taking over that running back role. He finished the regular season with 24 rushing touchdowns. And again, he's just keeps stepping up to the plate and showing what he's doing. Of course, if he's not re-signed, which I believe he is not up for a contract. I think he's up for a contract next year, but we might have to try to re-sign him during the offseason, restructure his contract, and see what he can do for him, as he has just been a huge asset there for us in the running game. As we see now, the Falcons here trying to get out of the backfield there. And that'll be a short gain there on that play. That was to Robinson on the throw. We'll see Robinson again. This time he'll run this one up the middle, but he'll get stopped there at the 50-yard line, just short of the first down marker. So now 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Falcons as the Dirty Birds here have a man in motion. Hands off to Robinson again. Robinson, he's got to get out of that backfield there, and he is able to finally wrestle his way out of that one there. So he does get to the 45, and that'll be a first down here for the Falcons as they're able to get now in territory here of the Bears. 1st and 10 is Cousins again, goes up the middle there. Nobody's home, and that right there was intended there for more the Falcons, as that nobody was pretty much there to catch that football there. I don't know who Robinson or what Moore was doing or what Kirk Cousins was looking at there, but it was nobody there on that play. As now we'll see Baker makes a nice stop there as he wrestles that ball away. That's going to be an incomplete pass, and that one was into Moody as he could not catch that one. And then, of course, they'll be forced to punt. So now here we go. 1st and 10, ball their own 20-yard line here for the Bears as they'll go back to the ground game. And like I said, that'll be pretty much the dominant thing here when it comes to today's game, as good ball, could get not easily lost, but you kind of want to run the ball, keep the ball on the ground, and not take too many risks and too many chances down the field when passing it. 2nd and 7 coming up here, the ball at the 35-yard line here. Williams looking to try to get this first down as he's got to scramble around here off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here. He's going to launch this one up there as Cole Clement comes down with it, and he's going to get a first down there now at the 42-yard line of the Falcons, as the Falcons are kind of looking around saying, okay, whose guy was that, and why is he wide open? As Cole there does a great job there. Now, the question is, I'm wondering if they're going to call that here, because I don't think that was 2 feet down, but they do not call it, so we're going to go ahead and just go try to snap this ball before they decide to do so. No flag, no red flag there from the head coach of the Falcons or from the booth, as we'll see Cole Clement gets this one all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another great catch there for him. 1st and 10 as the Bears tight end there gets a nice huge play there for the first. Now ball at the 6-yard line here. Williams here drops back here, fires this one to Roman Dunze, and Dunze is going to get the catch as he'll get this one at the 1-yard line. So a 5-yard reception there. Couldn't get it in the end zone quite. We'll see if we can do so here on this one. This is a 2nd and goal coming up. Ball on the Falcons 1-yard line. Dropping back here. Williams looks here, fires this one, and that one's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Cole Clement. Great catch there from him as he gets his first receiving touchdown of the postseason. And the Bears keep rolling on here as we take a look here on this play. And look at that. Just great job there. Great finish, great drive there for him as we threw those last 3 passes there to get us there and get us our second touchdown of the day as we lead it now 14-0 here with 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll see Kirk Cousins here. He is, of course, hasn't had too many issues. He's been having a pretty good solid pocket here so far. We haven't really got to him, but we're going to try to find some plays here and figure out how we can get to him. Ball on the 32-yard line here, just 4 seconds left. Robinson going to try to run this one out of the backfield there, and he'll get a few yards there. And that'll be it for the first quarter as we see the Bears having a dominant figure here in this game already here in the first quarter. They lead this one 14-0 as we go into the second quarter here in Chicago. Very snowy Chicago. 3rd and 5 coming up here as we start the second quarter here with the Falcons with the ball. Cousins here drops back in the pocket, looks to the left-hand side, and he'll find Moody on the catch, as that'll be first down there, as Baker thought he had a play there. As now we'll see Robinson now runs this one on the backfield, and he'll get caught up as he'll gets only a yard there on the play, as he gets now a 2nd and 9 coming up. We'll see a 3rd and 9 coming up. We'll jump here quickly. As Cousins here drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle, and that's going to be a nice, decent catch there, but not enough to get to move the chains. As the receiver has it, but just cannot find his way to the first down marker. There you see Caleb's numbers so far here today. 5 for 5 for 79 yards and a touchdown. We'll see how long he can keep that up as we get down to a 1st and 10 here. Ball on the own 22-yard line. Bears here. And this one off to Johnson. Johnson's going to move this one all the way down to the 49-yard line as he's getting close to now 70 yards now here. And having a good first half, or especially a great first quarter there, moving the football on the ground. He could definitely have his 100 yards here before we get to the half. Now 1st and 10, handoff here to Homer. Homer's going to, of course, trickle in and get a nice little carry there for about 4. But there is an injury timeout now here for the Falcons as one of their linemen is going to have to come off the field. Hopefully not too serious. And let's see a handoff here to Johnson as he'll get wrestled in the backfield there. And another player coming off the field here. That'll be Ebetektai. He will come off the field. And he's grabbing his, looks like he's grabbing his arm there. So now 3rd and 8 coming up here. Ball the 45-yard line here for the Bears. As Williams here again drops back here, looks, fires, and does a great job getting that one right there in the numbers there for Cole Clement. As the Falcons really not putting any pressure on Williams, which I find surprising. I remember the last time we played against them, they were doing a great job there of applying pressure and coming at us at different angles there. As Malone almost took that one back for a pick 6, but drops it. Thank goodness. So now 3rd and 10 coming up here. Ball the 32-yard line. As we'll see play action here from Williams. Williams here drops back here, looks. He's going to throw this one deep, and that one is almost in the hands there as Terrell Jr. almost took that one there, but hey, that's not so much the luck there. So now we'll have to settle for a field goal here. This is going to be a 49-yard attempt. This kick is up, and this kick is good. Nice job there from Santos as he is able to put that one up the uprights and get us 3 points, making it now 17-0 here in Chicago. Ball on the 25-yard line here for the Falcons as they'll run this as Robinson there coming out of the backfield. Looking for a big run there. Got a little bit of a good run there. We'll see what they can do now here on 1st and 10. Ball now on their own 38-yard line. Again, they'll go back to Robinson again. This time not so much the luck as he is stopped there on that quick play as Danny Hill, the rookie, is able to get a hold of him there. And of course, we'd like to see more from Danny here as he's been kind of quiet the last couple of games. He actually played pretty well. But the course of the season, I guess you could say, the makeup of his season so far here, he has not really been stepping up to the plate as much. But I think he's starting to come around the corner here. As we'll see a pass there. That's going to be caught. No, it's going to be dropped. As Billings makes a nice play there to the quarterback. And the receivers end up going to drop it. And that was intended there for more. And they'll be forced to punt. As now we'll see the Bears come back out here once again here on another drive here in the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 18-yard line. Bears have the football here. We'll see Williams drops back here. They're going to go for a passing here on 1st and 10. And they're going to get a gain of 2 on that play. Nice job there getting that. And of course, Williams doing a good job here, being very patient, being very cautious about the passes he's been making, as he's been doing that pretty much all season long. And he continues doing so here today. As we'll see now for 3rd and 1 coming up. We'll see what he does here as I'll go back on the ground. Hand off to Homer. Homer's going to just get enough there. Just the right amount of yardage there to get that 1st down to convert on that 3rd down. We'll see now a new set of downs here for the Bears. And, of course, one of these two teams will be able to face either the 49ers or the Rams coming up here in the, of course, conference championship game. Of course, if we win it, it will be, of course, hosted here. As we'll see, just about 3.5 left here in the first half. 3rd and 7. Williams here again drops back in the pocket, looks here, finds and Moore. And we'll see that Elijah Moore gets the catch there, but he's going to be short of the 1st down as they did a great job there making a stop there to the receiver and forcing us to punt. Falcons will see what they can do here. So far, they have not been too successful when it comes to these drives, as they'll bring down Moore on that pass play there as he gets no yards on that play as they make a nice stop as I believe Danny Hill over there gets the tackle there. Nice job there from the edge rusher. We'll go now to a 2nd and 14, and now Robinson here makes a carry, and he is going to get a few yards there on the play. They're now still behind the sticks now. 3rd and 8 coming up. Ball on their 27-yard line. Cousins here throws this one there. Finds a receiver there. A nice catch as he's able to get to that one there, and that's going to be a 1st down here for the Falcons as McLeod gets that catch there as we get to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left here in the first half. We'll see if they can try to score before the half, or they'll go over. It'll be a 17-0 shutout here in the first half. I'm sure that's what the Bears would love to see right now. And same thing with the Bears fans. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 40-yard line. And as Cousins here drops back, throws a little quick screen pass there, finds Robinson again. Robinson just loses track of where the offensive line or the line of scrimmage is, and he will lose 4. Cousins now call no huddle. He's going to drop back here. Nice play there from Danny Hill on the blind side there of Kirk Cousins, and he's going to get a nice sack there, putting them now back 10 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 24. Obviously, a punt situation here for the Falcons as Danny Hill now is starting to really step up here. Now let's see if he can continue having a successful. Really, I'm hoping this will be the this playoffs. We're in the playoffs right now. I'm hoping that this will be kind of the come out game here for the come out series for him, and he'll start to blossom into that edge rusher that we all believe that he is. And that's why we drafted him there 1st round. As we see a timeout being called by the Falcons, taking their, or I should say, a timeout being called by the Bears there. 1st timeout now for the Bears. 2 timeouts remaining. As Williams here scrambles around here, looking down the field here, throws this one up there, and that is going to be just off throw there, actually out of bounds, as we'll see now. 2nd and 10 coming up. So far, the big players there on the defensive side of the ball for the Falcons have not really showed up, as that ball is misplayed as well as Williams somehow missed that target there. As we'll see now, 3rd and 10 coming up. Williams here again scrambles off to the right-hand side, finds Roman Dunze. Dunze gets a catch, and that's a person that we have not seen too much here, as we're kind of being cautious because we know what the matchup is between these two teams here. Of course, we're not trying to, want to get Rome. We're going to get Rome involved, obviously, but if he's being matched up with some of their top guys like Terrell, it could be a really tough time for him to get to the ball. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be DJ Moore as he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Wide open DJ Moore, who was supposed to be covering him. But, hey, we'll take advantage of a great job there. A great look down the field there for Caleb as he sees that nice mismatch there and finds the veteran in the end zone. He finds his way in there. His first touchdown in the postseason this season, as that's going to be a touchdown, and it's going to be now a 24-0 lead. 5 plays, 62 yards. Nice drive there for Chicago, as the fans here really excited about that. Now we'll see what Robinson can do as he'll run this one, and he'll get a few yards there, as he'll get a few yards there on that carry. We'll see what they can do now on 2nd down. Pass there, quickly thrown, and that's going to be caught there by Pitts, as the defense is right there, stopping them from getting that 1st down. So now 3rd and 6 here with just 12 seconds left. You imagine this would be some type of big, deep pass play to try to get some yardage here, get a nice chunk of yardage, but we'll see a throw here, and that's going to be off throw, as that's going to be off target there. And, of course, Kirk Cousins not liking that whatsoever. So he's going to try to attempt to make another throw here, try to get a 1st down here on this 4th and 6 with now just 6 seconds left. Pass there is going to be thrown and completed as Pitts gets out of bounds there. Now with 1 second left, they're going to try to make a nice toss here into the end zone. Bears are prepared for this one here, as they'll drop back some, give them some cushion. We'll see Kirk Cousins here dropping back, far back here. This one's going to go high and deep, and that ball is not going to be caught at all, as the defense, like I said, did a great job there, giving enough cushion there to get a good pop on him. once that ball comes down for the receiver. That is it for the first half, as the Bears right now have a pretty good lead here going into the second half. 24-0. Not much they need to do here in the second half. Is pretty much play some same kind of football they've been playing the first half, and just continuing just doing what they've been doing, especially defensively, holding them back, pushing them back and behind the lines, and of course, really apply some more pressure maybe on the quarterback here and there on the passing, get some more blitz plays involved. But for the most part, team's doing a great job on the field here, both on offense and defense. So we'll see the kickoff here as Douglas will have the football here, and he'll run this one out to the 29-yard line. And of course, the Bears will kick off the second half here with the football. And of course, Caleb Williams looking to see if he can, of course, get his way back into the NFC Championship game, continuing from where he left off last season as he won that one. We'll see if we can do here in the second half. Pretty much game plan-wise, we're not really changing anything. Everything's working and clicking for us. Let's see another deep pass there. That's going to go to DJ Moore. We've seen that earlier, that was the same exact play that we had, and again, no one is covering him. So let's go ahead and take the chance there and get him down the field. Nice job there for Caleb, realizing DJ was wide open and making that type of play here. Veteran goes against some good catches and good looks here, as that play is going to be off target, as that was intended there for Roman Dunze. As Dunze was pretty good covered there, but Caleb just off target there. Now we'll see now 3rd and 10 coming up. Pass there, and that's going to be broken up there. Nice play there from the defense as they get a hold of the football there. That was Moreland making the stop. As now we have to go for another field goal attempt here. So 3 points, that's fine. That's good. We'll keep they count as well, as we'll take a 42-yard field goal attempt here. And this one's up, and this one is good. I'm really surprised the wind is not really swirling like it normally does here today. As I know years past, Chicago is one of those tough cities to kick a football in, and this time, especially in the winter when the wind is swirling around there in the end zones. As we'll see, 2nd and 10 now coming up here as Kirk Cousins here now calling an audible. He'll drop back with open backfield here, looking down the field here, throws there. That's going to be Pitts, as Pitts gets the catch, and he's going to be taken and stopped at the 49-yard line. And that'll be a first down there for Atlanta. Atlanta's really been having trouble trying to get the football down the field here. They've had some pretty decent plays here, but just can't really get anything together to get themselves in the end zone, as Stevenson makes a nice stop there. A loss of a yard. We'll go 2nd and 11 coming up here. Ball on the 49-yard line. As Kirk Cousins looking to try to get the team down the field here on this short pass there. That's going to be completed, and that's going to be all the way down as Moody gets the catch and finds another first down there for Atlanta, as they do a good job there to move the chains. Again, we got to try to put some more pressure and come at him at some other blitzes as well. As you see, nice stop there. Nice job there of trying to stop the player there, as, of course, Sweat comes in and finishes off the play. It'll be a 2nd and 13 coming up here. Is Robinson here again? They're going to hand off to him. And, of course, the defense is going to be able to swarm him there quickly as he gets another quick loss. As we'll see now 3rd and 12 coming up. Ball there on our 41-yard line. Of course, we got to see if we can try to attack Kirk Cousins in this situation. He has no really too much blocking there in the backfield to help him out. As we'll see here, that ball's going to be thrown up there, and that's going to be caught by Pitts, and Pitts is going to take this one all the way to the house as he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, the veteran, finds that football there, as he does a great job there maneuvering himself around all that traffic and able to pivot around and get down there into the end zone. They finally get on the board here in the 3rd quarter, as they are now finally putting 6 on the board here. It's now 27-7 here in Chicago. So not much of no shutout here today, but nonetheless, we still have control of this ball game and pretty much letting Atlanta do only what we want them to do here so far, As we've seen, DJ Moore already scored 2 touchdowns in today's, scores a touchdown here today. And of course, he's had a big day through the air as he's getting close to 100 yards for the game. 1st and 10 here, as we'll see a handoff to Rob Johnson there as he'll get the carry for a few yards. As now we'll jump to a 2nd and 2. Ball on 38-yard line. As we'll see another handoff there. This time it's going to be Homer. As Homer is able to get that one there for a few yards. Makes a 3rd and 3 coming up. As we'll, of course, try to see if we can get a short passing play here. Look maybe to DJ Moore, who's been really good at catching the football here today, but not so much there that time as he got drilled pretty good. And it will be, of course, forced to punt. Ball now on their own 23-yard line for Atlanta. And this is where they're going to get the ball after the punt to them. As now Robinson here trying to get out of the backfield here. And he's been brutalized quite a bit here today. He's been taking a lot of good hits. As we'll see a 2nd and 8 coming up. And that ball, look at this. This is a nice run here. This one could go all the way to the house here. As we'll see here, they'll finally get to him there. And they'll finally make a stop at the 1-yard line. What a play there. That's a run that I think he's been waiting to have all game long here. I figured at some point here he's going to bust out a run like that as he gets a nice catch and just gets able to get down the field. Nice catch and run there from Robinson as he puts this team back on. Trying to get him back in this game here as he'll run this one in there. And that's going to be a touchdown for Atlanta. As Atlanta is starting to knock on the door here to try to get back in this ball game. Touchdown, Robinson. Atlanta on the board once again. It's going to be now 27-14 here. As the fans are starting to wonder, okay, what is going on, Bears? Let's not give up any more points now here. So we'll see with 4:09 left. We'll see what Chicago can do here. They were stopped last time, dead in their tracks on a drive. We'll see if they can do a little bit better here this time. And we'll see Johnson coming out of the backfield for a nice little gain there for himself. 3rd and 6 coming up. We'll see the ball at the 33-yard line. Williams here looking to drop back here, looking to fire this one in here. And he is not going to be able to, as he is going to be taken down there quickly. As Phillips makes a nice play there defensively for Atlanta. They're going to go ahead and elect to go for it here on 4th and 6. We'll see if they're successful. Williams here again drops back in the pocket, gets hit quickly, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs there on Chicago. Chicago ends up giving good field position here now as they are denied on that play. And I think that was a really bad call there from Caleb or the head coach there of going for it here. So now the defense now has to step up to the plate here. And I believe the defense can do so as Edmonds and company will come out and see what they can do if they can make sure Atlanta does not score here on this short field here that they have right now given by the offense. 1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Kirk Cousins here drops back in the pocket. Looks here, he's going to throw, and that's going to be caught there to Pitts as he gets a gain of 6 on the reception. So now 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball on the Bears' 27-yard line. Robinson is going to be met there by a couple of Bears as he'll be stopped just a yard short of getting the 1st down. We'll see if they can try to convert here on 3rd down. Defense so far playing pretty good here. And of course, defense is probably thinking like, don't put us in this position. And a nice sack there. Great play there from the defense as they step up and get to the quarterback on that one. That is Edmonds there as he finds the quarterback, pushes him back all the way to the 31-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and 8. They'll kick a field goal, and this field goes up, and the field goal is good. Makes it a 10-point game here in Chicago as the Bears defense only gives up 3 points and a great defensive stop there from Edmonds on that play. As we'll see now, 1st and 10, ball at their own 28-yard line. Johnson here running this one as he'll get a gain of 5 on the play. As there is a injury on the field here. We'll see who that is. Looks like one of the Falcons there, as he will have to come off the field. I believe that was, I'm not sure who that was actually, but nonetheless, we'll see a run here, and that's going to be a few yards as Johnson now gets enough there for the first down. He has now clipped the 100-yard mark here today, as he again makes another carry there. That's going to be a gain of 2 on the play, as Williams helps him out again by calling this number. We'll see what they can do now on the ball on the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and 8 coming up as well. Johnson there will run this one. It gets another decent run there for a gain of 2. As looks like that'll be it for the third quarter. Final quarter coming up. It is a 10-point lead here for Chicago, 27-17, as we go to the 4th and final frame of this ball game. All right, the player that actually got hurt was number 97, the edge rusher, Orhora. As we'll see a deep pass there. That's going to be a great job there for Cole Clement, as he is going down the field here. And, of course, Caleb Williams gets a nice pass off to Clement, as he gets now over 250 yards for the day. We'll see another good pass. That's going to go this time to Roman Dunze, as Bulletin there's on the tackle. We'll see 2nd and 9 coming up here. The ball, the 25-yard line of the Falcons, as like I said, got a 10-point lead, trying to extend it, and we do so as we find Roman Dunze in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! As the Bears find their top receiver, as he gets his first touchdown here in the postseason, and that is going to be another nice day, another nice catch there for Roman Dunze, as he will get on the board as well. And the Bears are trying to put this one out of reach now for the Falcons here, as we'll see now. It's going to be 34-17. 7 plays, 72 yards, taking about a little over 2.5 minutes off the clock. Still 9:45 left, for at least for Atlanta to try to get back in this game. And of course, Cousins taking us too long there, as he cannot find nobody, and he is going to be forced to throw it away, as Montez Sweat was right up on him on that play. We'll see what they can do now here on this 2nd and 10. And see the ball at the 23-yard line. That pass is going to be ripped right there up the middle. And that's going to be another good throw there, and a great catch there from Moody on that play. And Kirk Cousins now has to run for his life here, as he's being brought down by Jalen Johnson. Great job there from the corner, coming on that corner blitz, as he is going to find his way on the ledger here to get the quarterback as well. As Kirk Cousins should know from the game plan of this, at least the game video and the plans that we have, you got to get rid of that football there, because you can never know that we could be bringing that corner coming in and come off the edge there and blitz you like we did there. As now we'll have the ball back here after the punt, so we have our own 45-yard line. As of course Johnson here trying to see if we can get him in the end zone once again. He's already been in the end zone once. We'll see if we can get him in the second time before this game is over with. 3rd and 9 coming up. And we'll see a drop back here, a deep pass. This is going to be up there, as DJ Moore gets another great catch there for him. He is now close to 100 and I believe 115 yards now here, and looks like he can go a little bit more here, as he's not not really showing his age here, as we try to find Roman Dunze there in the backfield, and that ball is going to be quickly dropped and no good there. As we'll see now what we try to do here on this 2nd and 10. Ball the 18-yard line here in the Falcons side of the field. As Williams here again drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here and trying to find Elijah Moore that time, but it's not good there, as the defense does a great job there, keeping a close watch there. We'll try to go for it here on 3rd and 10, as the ball's on the 18. Drop back here for Williams. Williams leads this one to Elijah Moore. He'll find his way into the end zone as well. Touchdown, Chicago, as Elijah Moore gets his first touchdown here in the postseason. Nice job there from the Bears. As the Bears, tackle another one here today, as they are now here just really showing off why they are the best team in the NFL right now, as they lead this one now 40-17. 6 plays, 56 yards, taking about 2 minutes off the clock there. Kirk Cousins and the Falcons right now just pretty much playing for pride here, as we'll see that ball overthrown. And nice job there from Stevenson on the play defensively there. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 25-yard line here for the Falcons as Kirk Cousins again drops back up the middle, finds Pitts, and Pitts gets the catch as he'll find them marked at the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up. They got to get this one near the 35-yard line to get the first down. As we'll see a drop back here for Kirk Cousins. Cousins is going to be intercepted there by Edwards. Edwards does a great job here, and now he's going to help the defense out in the scoring as well. As the defense steps up here, and Edwards, TJ Edwards, touchdown, Chicago. As Edwards finds his way in there, and of course he's been missed here on this defense as he was out for a couple weeks there with an injury, and now he is definitely he's figured that he's got to pick up the pace and get himself back into full mold here, especially in the playoffs as he missed a couple of games and step up the plate there. Great job there, as now it's going to be 48-17. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears start putting some backups in here now. As we'll see Kirk Cousins again dropping back here, throws this one here, and we're going to pretty much see the Falcons here just try to throw the football down the field and try to do whatever they can. I think the running game is going to be pretty much thrown out the window. No need for it. So we'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed by Kyle Pitts. 10 catches, 122 yards, and of course, he's been in the end zone already here today. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10. Ball in the 39. And so let's see there, of course, dropping back here. And a nice hit there, and that's from Danny Hill. As Danny Hill, the rookie, comes in there again, gets a nice hit there on the QB. Nice play there. Puts him back 6 yards, makes it now 2nd and 16. Ball to 33, and again, dropping back here, pass there, and Edmonds going to be right there at the same time as Robinson on the throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Now looking at the 3rd and 16, Cousins again is going to be brought down, and he's going to get taken down there by Danny Hill again with a little help from Montez Sweat. As Kirk Cousins had some words with the rookie there. As he just did a great job getting sandwiched in between those two big edge rushers there. And they are going to bring him down and have him drop back even further now here. It's going to be now 4th and 24. 4th and 24 coming up here. Last chance really for Atlanta to get back in this game. If they, at least try to get back in this game here. Make at least someone decent here. It's Brister now taking this one here. Trying to go find a pick 6 of his own. As he's going to run this one all the way back to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears as the defense again steps up. And gets us great field position now to even tack on some more points now. As this Bears defense has, ever since we started this series, has been really electric. And has really stepped up each and every single week. And that's what we like about this Bears defense. They are a very tough defense to throw the football around, and of course they are just flying all over the field, which that's exactly what we need them to be doing. We'll see Russell Wilson comes in the game as we'll see a quick stop there in the backfield there as the lineman there for the Falcons get a hold of Johnson in the backfield there. So that means Caleb's out of the game here. And Caleb, of course, having a great day there. He'll finish the day with 17 of 31, 331, and with 4 receiving touchdown passes there for him. As we'll get to the 2-minute warning here as we're trying to gobble up these last few minutes of the game. 3rd and 1 coming up here for Russell Wilson. Ball on the 4-yard line. And we'll see what they'll do here. They'll try to I imagine they'll probably try to punch this one up the middle. Find Johnson. Johnson here trying to maneuver around. He's going to find his way into the end zone for the 2nd time here today. Touchdown, Chicago. And this is just more salt in the wound here to the Falcons. As the Bears are now going to be able, we can actually safely say here, they're going to punch their ticket to go to the NFC Championship game, which will be hosted here in Chicago next week, either against the 49ers or the Los Angeles Rams. We'll find out here very soon who will be playing that next round. And we'll see 55-17. Last probably drive here for the Falcons, as we'll see Kirk Cousins throws this one there. That is going to be thrown away as the receiver cannot get to it. And no good there, intended there for Kyle Pitts. 2nd and 10 coming up, ball to 23. We'll see what Kirk Cousins will do. Of course, open backfield here. He'll drop back. Looking down for the field here. He's going to have to get rid of it. He does. And that ball will be, of course, caught, but not enough to get the first down. We'll see a 3rd and 6 coming up here. We'll see if they can try to convert here on 3rd downs, which has not been a thing really for them at all here in today's game. As Kirk Cousins will be brought down there quickly. Nice job there from Danny Hill as he gets to the quarterback again for the 3rd time here today. And you know Kirk Cousins is thinking, oh man, this kid, I don't want to see this kid again in my face. As Wilson now has the football here, as Johnson runs this one on the outside there, and that's going to be pretty much it. As we, Atlanta's going to end up calling a timeout here. It's an injury timeout, so we'll definitely have to snap the ball at least one more time to get the clock rolling there for us. So 32 seconds left here. We, of course, bring in Homer. He's going to finish off the game here in the backfield there. We'll hand it off to him, and so he'll get a nice carry, and that'll put him at the 43. And that pretty much right there is your game. 55-17 is your final here in Chicago, as the Bears will move on to the next round, and they'll either face the 49ers or the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship game. And this game right here, I was not expecting this one here. I really thought that this was going to be a game that they were going to get revenge on us from last year. I want to say we played. I feel like we played against them last year in the divisional round as well, or it could have been a regular season game. I can't remember which one, but I know we played them, and we did pretty much almost feel like the exact same thing. I feel like it was more close in the first half than it was in this one, but I could be wrong. I probably am. So. But nonetheless, we had a good game here. 55-17 is your final score. 23 first downs to their 12. We had 498 yards total offense. He had 242 there, I'm trying to say. We had 31 carries for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. They had 16 carries for 49 yards. We did a great job just shutting down that running game and really forcing Kirk Cousins to go out there and throw. He threw 21 of 37 for a touchdown. And, of course, our guy, Williams, 17 of 31, 4 touchdowns there for him for the day, 331 yards passing to their 193. Wow. They completed 26% of their 3rd down conversions. We completed 51%. Or, excuse me, 61%. 4th down conversions, of course, we did not get a 4th down conversion at all, but they were at 50% 4th down conversions. And, of course, turnovers, we were +2 as we had 2 interceptions there, one of them of which went back for a pick 6, which is always great there. Nice job there from TJ. And like I said, I was really excited about that. We lost TJ for a couple of weeks there in the season. It was kind of, we had a backup. We had a decent guy come in there and play. But his presence on the field there was definitely needed those weeks there. But now making that play there, that really even sparked the defense even more so there. We'll see if that will continue on in the next round. But there you see the numbers there. Kirk Cousins 21 of 37, 241, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Of course, Caleb there, great day there for him. Johnson on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, 131 yards on 25 carries. There you see 5.2 yards a carry. Love to see that. Robinson 16 of 49, and a touchdown for him. Also, he had 2 broken tackles, and of course his longest run was 14 yards. And then for Homer, 6 for 36 there for us. Kyle Pitts by far had the most catches for the day. 11 catches for 126, 126 for 1 touchdown. Cole Kmet had the most yardage on 7 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown there for him. Robinson there, 4 catches for 73 for Atlanta. Roman Duze 4 for 44 and a touchdown. DJ Moore 4 for a 127. Wow. I knew he was up around that 115, 120 when he made that last catch there of his. So even a not really nice day. I really like DJ Moore. I really been enjoying throwing at him, and he's just been really doing a great job there as one of our veteran receivers. Defensively, of course, there you see the numbers there for the Falcons. You guys can pause the video, check that out. But for us, defensively, I think Edmonds, 15 tackles, TFL, a sack. Edwards, 13 tackles, 2 TFLs, interception, and a defensive touchdown. Brister, 8 tackles, INT. Hill, great day there for him. That rookie is really starting to step up here. And I'm really hoping that we can see a little bit more and kind of push him a little bit more in the next game against the 49ers. So we'll need his expertise, especially against Brock Purdy. But 8 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 3 sacks there, as he was just a monster on the defensive line there. Sweat, 7 tackles, 3 TFLs, and a sack. Stevenson, 5 tackles, a TFL. And Johnson, Jalen Johnson, 5 tackles, a TFL, and a sack from him as well. So, I'm really glad we're designing this defense even more so. And of course, now I think this next draft will, like I said earlier in the season, we're going to start working on a little bit more of the offensive side. But I think this off season, I think we feel like we need one more piece for that defense there to make it a little bit more complete, a little more to our liking here. But we'll talk more about that later on. But as you take a look here and see the playoffs. We're talking about the NFC Championship game. It's going to be the Bears taking on the 49ers in that matchup, as 49ers were able to defeat the Rams 23-13. And then the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be taking on the Texans in the next round. They were able to defeat the Raiders 35-10. So that's going to be a good one. As I feel like the matchup we're probably seeing is going to be Kansas City versus the Chicago Bears here. We got to take on Patrick Mahomes there in the Super Bowl. I really feel like that's going to be the matchup there. And geez, you guys already know how I feel about the Chiefs. They are my hometown team, but I have no love for them. So as we take a look here, we'll see. We'll play against the 49ers here. Like I said, it'll be a home game at Soldier Field. 13-4 for them for the regular season there. We'll see. They look by far. They have the better numbers, better offense, better, defense-wise, you can push it out to the side. So it's going to come down to if our defense can really hold up and make some good plays against their solid defense. You got Samuel Sanders, CMC, Brock Purdy, and I can't think of his other. What's his name? The tight end. Of course, they also do have a rookie halfback that's been playing really well, because CMC's out for the season right now. We'll take a look at Juan Clayton, who is their halfback. He's been stepping up here, and we'll see if he can continue that run that he's been on with the 49ers coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for more here as we get ready, Bears fans. Bear down. Get ready for week number 20. What is it? Week 22 is the NFC Championship round. And we'll see how we can do against these 49ers coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for that and more here on the channel. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And, of course, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded to the channel. Again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned again for more here with the Bears. And, of course, more content over on our second channel as well. Don't forget, we have a second channel here on YouTube. ESGNet plus LP, as we got other Madden and of course college football and much other sports content on that second channel as well. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.